Good afternoon. Today we will be covering Standard 5 measurement. You will be learning about surface area. The surface area of a solid is the sum of all the areas of its faces. The net. A net is a two-dimensional representation of a solid. The goal is to find the surface areas of prisms and cylinders with real-world application. Your homework will be 10.5a. You're going to draw the net, find the surface area, and round to the nearest whole number when you have your answer. First of all, we're doing 10.5a. Number 2, I drew a picture here. As you see, you have the length, the width, and the height indicated. Then I drew the net. This is what it would look like if I laid it out flat, and I labeled each one of the sides. How you find it? Remember, we're going to find the surface area because it's the sum of each section. So how do you find the area of this rectangle? Length times width. Multiply those two. I put 102. This I multiplied 17 times 8, 136. And I did that with each one of these. Now what I'm going to do to find the surface area, I'm going to use the sum of the areas of all of its faces. So I'm going to add everything here together. 102 plus 102 plus 136 plus 136 plus 48, and that will give me 572 feet squared is the surface area for this rectangular prism. Now for the next section, number 3. We need to find the surface area of this shape. So here beside I drew the net, which is a two-dimensional representation, what it looks like if you laid it out flat, and I labeled each one of the sides. As you see, 5, 5, 13, and I have to find the area of each one of these shapes. This being a rectangle, just length times width. So multiply 5 times 14, and I put 70 here in the middle. This, 12 times 14, which is 168. And then here, I have 13 times 14, which is 182. As you notice, these are triangles, right triangles. How do you find the area of a triangle? Base times height, divide by 2. So what we did is 5 times 13, which is 60, and divided by 2, which is 30. Now, to find the surface area, you add all of the areas together. So we're going to take all this. The surface area is 70 plus 30 plus 168 plus 30 plus 182 equals 480 inches squared. That's the surface area of this shape. And number 5, the next one, this right here, what you're going to have to do to be able to find it is find the surface area. So each one of the shapes after we lay it out flat. So you draw the net, as you see I've done here, and right now you have, as you can see, the radius of 15 millimeters, which is labeled. How do you find the area? The area of this shape, as we did last week, equals pi radius squared. Well, you already know the radius is 15. So here you plug everything in. A equals, pi is 3.14, the radius is 15, so you do 15 squared first, which is 225, order of operations. Multiply the two, the area is 706.5 millimeters squared. Now remember, you have 2 circles. So what you have to do now is multiply that by 2, or go ahead when you start to write it down, you'll be able to add the 2. The last one we have to find is this rectangle here. Now, to find the length, you have to use circumference because that is what it's going to be all the way around. To find circumference, as we did last week, C equals 2 pi r. You have pi, which is 3.14. The radius is 15. Multiply each one of those together. Your answer for the circumference is 94.2 millimeters. Now you know the length of this rectangle. What you're going to do is multiply the length times the width. 94.2 times 10 is 942 millimeters squared. Now to find the surface area, we add all those numbers. 706.5 plus 706.5 plus 942 equals 2,355 millimeters squared. For the second part of your homework this week, you're going to use your I-STEP reference sheet. It's 10.7a. The goal is to find volumes of prisms and cylinders. Number 1, a rectangular prism. As you see, I've drawn right here, and you can label it any way you want. I labeled the length, the width, and the height as 7, 3, and 6. What you're going to do is find rectangular prism on your I-STEP reference sheet, which I have right here. If you need to use it, rectangular prism, it is right here, the formula. So what you have is volume equals length times width times height. You end up plugging in each one of the numbers. Most of it is substitution. Multiply the 3. The volume is 126 feet cubed, or people say cubic feet, either way. Number 3, when you see number 3, this is a general prism. What you have right here is volume equals a capital B times the height, which is the area of the base. And you're going to take half of that. So you have volume equals 1/2 length times width times height. When you multiply those and divide by 2, you have 594 millimeters cubed. That is the volume inside this general prism. Now, the next one that you have, let's tear this off, is number 4, the cylinder. You can see my lovely drawing here. It has a height of 4 and a radius of 5. When you look on your I-STEP reference sheet under cylinder, you will find the formula. Volume equals pi radius squared times height. Plug in each one of the numbers. Pi 3.14. The radius, as you see it's labeled over there, is 5. So we have 5 squared times the height, which is 4. As you see, we broke it down below. 3.14 times 25, which is 5 times 5, 5 squared, times 4. Multiply all 3 of those. Your volume for this cylinder is 314 yards cubed. And that is the end. I hope you enjoyed this presentation. Have fun on your homework and enjoy the next videos to come. We've been learning about the surface area in the net. The surface area is all the way around it. The net is when you open it up and lay it flat. Surface area, this is a 3-dimensional figure. When we make the net, it's going to become 2-dimensional. As I told you, I used to break dance. We used to take cardboard boxes and lay them out. Up. Go ahead, step out. And here you go. We have here the net. If you come up and look, Gabby is demonstrating the dancing. Go ahead, Gab. You're on. As you see, it is laid out flat, which is what you will have to do on a test. Be able to draw it in a 2-dimensional form. Are you ready? Okay, now we're going to the next experiment. Come here, Gab. To ensure security, please do not try this at home. As you know, we've been learning about volume. Right here, as you see, the contents that are inside this Diet Coke, that's the volume. What we are going to do is try to extract the volume out of this. As again, let me say it, please do not try this at home. Okay, I'm going to open the Diet Coke. I am going to take the bottom of the Mentos. Key is not to have it touch the Diet Coke until the last possible minute, and drop all of it at the same time. Oh. Whoa! Hey! Wow, it goes for a while. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you. Are you copying me?
Thank you for
from Miss Diggs
and enjoy the show while you watch it today. Enjoy on Monday. Bye.
And as you can see, what happened though, Gab?
It went down.
It went down. We
show.
lost some of the
Let's
volume.
show.
Go ahead. You
And
want to show?
this went. You know how you're worried about what?
Volume.
Volume. This was right there. Now it's going down. So it's already down and the pills are still in, but they're going to take a little while to get milked. Bye. Enjoy your day.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.